Okay. Hello. I'm not sure if this video is gonna work, so we'll give it a shot here. Probably shouldn't be touching my face, right? I don't know if it's best to do it right in the camera or not. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I will probably have to trim this because this. Hello, my name is Nate. Welcome to Freedom Finders Outdoor Adventures. So this is our YouTube channel. If you're new to our channel, please subscribe below. One thing behind me, as you see, Freedom Finder Jeep Rubicon. I've already got some questions of why I chose this Rubicon. So for people who don't know me, I have a master's degree and a bunch of different stuff and years of analytical work, and so I take my time to do research. I take my time to figure out what I want, the kind of money I'm going to spend, and it's important for me to do that, especially if I'm spending money bringing something in my family or how this works. So it's kind of difficult to sometimes figure out what the best decision is to make because there's so many different options out there. Jeep does so many different things. You know, when I was a kid, my dad had the CJ7 Golden Eagle Limited Edition. Great Jeep, loved it. Had lots of memories as a kid in that Jeep. Spent so much time with my dad off-road. My dad rolled it. It was a blast. He eventually sold it because I turned 16. He's like, my mom's like, you're not having a Jeep, which is probably a good idea. Instead, he bought me a Mustang. Go figure. So fast forward till age I am now with two little baby girls, and it's time for a Jeep. So what do? Talk to my beautiful wife and say, I think it's time for a Jeep. She just looks at me and goes, really? But I told her before I got married, two things I want in life. One of them is going to be a Jeep. So I have a family. Obviously, since I don't want to do this stuff by myself, Freedom Finders, our specialty is really with our family, testing gear, working with disabled vets because I have disabled vets around me. I was used to be part of the Army Guard too, so I know how that community works. And my feeling is I definitely wanted something that was going to be able to carry the gear I wanted, be able to tow what I wanted to up to about 5,000 pounds. Sorry. And then also be able to go off-road. So obvious choice. I drove several Jeeps. I drove one with a death wobble. It was really bad. I looked at the YJs, LJs. So I said, okay, well, obviously the first choice is a four-door Jeep, right? I think everybody looks at it and goes, well, it's a four-door Jeep, family Jeep. But let's be honest, since 1940s, the Jeep was designed for World War II. It was designed for war. And then the Citizen Jeeps, or the CJs, came on board in the late 60s, went all the way through 1987, then when Dodge took over. They improved them, but there are also some problems. You have the LJ, YJ, all the different stuff, and there's a bunch of YouTube videos out there that do a great job. Trail Recon does a great job talking about them. Some other car things, guys, Alex on Autos does a great job. So Over the Fast Road YouTube channel, they do a great job. So this video is not about that. This video is about me making a decision on choosing a 2012 Rubicon, and here's why. The first thing is I obviously wanted a JKU because I needed the four doors. I think the four doors is important to have. I can put car seats in the back as a 5-year-old and 2-year-old. That was the number one thing. Obviously price is going to be important, but that was about second or third on the list. The next thing is I wanted a capability, right? And in 2007, when the JKU came out, it saved the Jeep industry, saved the aftermarket industry. Also, with all the cool stuff, they put them all the racks, all the bumpers, winches, tires, all that other stuff. But they did change the engine to a 3.8 VVT in 2012, which is one of the reasons why I chose a 2012. It was important to me to have the upgraded engine. They already went through an iteration of recalls and other stuff, even though Jeep had a lot of recalls. So I wanted a 3.8 VVT, which is in 2012. The other thing I wanted was a Rubicon Edition. Hands down, what I'm going to do is what our family does is overlanding. I will do a walk around with a trailer. This Jeep came with a custom overland trailer. Good job, John. And then I wanted capability. So the Rubicon has the Dana 44s, which are awesome stock. This one has specifically a Detroit locker and the Rubicon Express lift, and then the Blistine flip steering mechanism. So that makes a huge difference when trying to do capability off-road. I'm not going to thrash my Jeep. It's not necessarily a rock crawler, but I want to get to where I want to go, and I don't want to have to worry about breaking things. So two things. One, obviously the 4 doors. Second, I want the 3.8 VVT, which is the 2012 above, and I wanted the Rubicon edition because I had the Dana 44s. Easily upgraded what I needed to do, even run 37s. Even though in this Jeep specifically I run 37s, I have 513 gears in there, upgraded rotors, and the 3.5 inch lift. So I'm pretty much back to stock horsepower at this point. So those are the keys. If you just want to go out and it's just you and your wife, or you're just yourself and your dog, an LJ or a YJ is just fine. My only key things is, one, I would suggest getting the Rubicon edition, especially if you're going to do any serious off-roading. If you're just doing trail stuff, buy a Subaru, I guess. I have one of those as well. I also have a big diesel truck I used to pull a toy hauler with. So, I mean, you buy stuff specifically for what you need. And it can be a little bit of a niche too as well. So sorry for the kids in the background, but those are some of the reasons why. And then of course you look at cost factors, right? The cost factors of a Rubicon are $5,000 to $7,000 more than they'll be for you know, a regular JK that has the Dana 33s in it. And there's 1,000 videos on why they choose this, why they chose that. But with the family, with what I wanted to do, and within my price range, JKU 4-door Rubicon, and then I just got lucky because I got a guy who did a great job building this thing up. So I hope that kind of answers some questions. You know, the 2-door Rubicons are outstanding. I think they have what's called the LJs, which is a little bit longer wheelbase, not as long as the JKU at this point. It's not quite a 4-door, it's a 2-door. It's not quite a Jeep Scrambler. There's no way I was going to touch a CJ. To even get a really good built CJ, you're looking at $15,000 to $18,000, one that's going to ride nice, but not nearly as nice as something as this at all. So I hope that answers some of your questions, but those are the reasons why I chose a 2012 Jeep JKU Rubicon. All right, thanks guys. Thanks for visiting the channel. And anytime if you want to click subscribe, that would be fantastic. We've only made about 3 of these, but we've already getting questions. And thanks for visiting Freedom Finders Outdoor Adventures. Have a great day.